Ready? Hey, お願いします。よいしょ。はい、これもだ。And head side to side. Hey, lift the shoulders. So, circles one way, circles the other way. Hey, your arms. And your arms going back. So, stretching one side and the other side. Crossing one side, crossing the other side. Open and close. Hey, lower your hips, stretch for muscles, eyes above you. Hand tight. Both sides. Real hook. Then G. Real hook. Hey. G. Go. Hey. G. Go. And G. Go. Hey. Forward. Down. Hey, your knees front to back. Circles one way. Oh, circles the other way. Stop. Your toes. E. E. Go. E. Go. And E. Go. Hey, outside crescents. In your legs. No, your hips. Pivot into one side. And pivot to the other side. Now in your toes. Raising your head. And hips up. Hey, spine up. So, and your hips. So, the other side, tight. Ish. And side to side. Ish. A bit lower. Side. A bit lower the other side. Goes up. And change. Hands in front. Change. Hey, side to side. Hey, put your legs. Elbows down. And coming forward. Back switch. Forward again. Oh, hips up. Hips down. Hips up. Down. Hips back. Forward again. Hips up. And walking backwards. Hands up. Opening to one side. Opening to the other side. And hands down. Moving forward. Hips down. Hips up. Your legs. And walking backwards. Hands up. One side. The other side. Hands down. Moving forward. Hips down. And hey, turning one side. Turning the other side. One side. The other side. One side. And the other side. Side to side. Hey, 体を。うん。Please change to the side. Both sides. Three, back. Hey, inside your legs. Hey, outside. Hey, on top. Hey, yeah. Go. Yeah. Go. Time. Yeah. Go. Oh. Right. Ish. Sitting down, ashing up, extending one leg, and your other leg, and rubbing your leg up, 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 up. And your toes, up. And rotating your toes, way, direction, and the other direction. And toes up, toes down, up, toes down, up, down, up, down, up, down, on each individual toe, each toe down, 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 down. Well, rubbing your foot. And I think we start down and place it down. The other side, in and rubbing. Leg, and your toes. Toes. And rotating ankle in one direction, rotating in the other direction. And up, down, up, down, up, down, down. Each toe. So good. And rubbing. And and so, and flexing. All right, so this your legs, you've seen. This month we're going to be working on Katame Waza, which technically is our techniques of control. As you know, Aikido basic curriculum is divided into two sets of techniques, or two basic family of techniques, Katame Waza and Nage Waza. Although sometimes some books put Kote Gaeshi in a little bit of a third category because it is a projection with a pin kind of exercise. So anyway, but in general, most which goes into Katame Wasa and Nage Wasa, which is techniques of control and techniques of projection. Now, having said that, though, what we're studying this month is not only the Katame Wasa, as the Aikido, as in Ikkyo, Nikyo, Sankyo, Joko, etc., but the element of control, which is an important element in our training. So the element of control, okay, and obviously there are many things that we need to pay attention to be able to control and to manage before we lose control. Remember, Moreno Sensei talks a lot about that in his training. He says, his techniques are violent because there is a moment where you basically explode the technique and you cannot pull it back, you cannot control it back. It's a little bit like shooting an arrow, right? You load the arrow, then you shoot the arrow. Once you shoot the arrow, then that's it, the arrow goes out. You cannot just go like, well, let me know, and hold the arrow back and then pull it back, So that's why it's very important to know when to shoot the arrow, because once it's out, it's out. And in that moment, the technique has no control. It's not coming back because all your energy, all your intention, all your mind, heart, etc., is put into the technique, so the technique cannot be pulled back. But before that, there are plenty of moments of control. Okay, so we're going to be kind of hopefully working on that a little bit on unpacking. There are two big elements of control that are very important. Number one, being able to control my partner, which basically is going to be explored from the idea of kuzushi, because the best way of controlling another object is if that object is out of balance, and then now you can manipulate the object in whatever direction you want. It's a little bit like driving a car. You have to first take the brakes off, and then you can drive the car. But if the car has the brakes on, then it's almost impossible or very difficult to drive the car. So kuzushi is basically taking the brakes off, of the car, so you can actually manipulate. So kuzushi, the capacity of braking your opponent's balance, to be able to make the technique. So that's working with your partner. Obviously, the other part is fundamental for control is to control our own body. Okay, so to be able to own our movement. Okay, so rather than we falling into the motion, we as much as possible have to own and control our movement, and that is by having better understanding of our own body and controlling our own body. So, for example, one important element on our training, as we know, is Shiko. Okay, so in Shiko, it's very important when we come into this position, not just simply fall into the knee. So here, I put my knee up, and then I kind of fall into the knee. So it's not correct to fall into your knee. It's dangerous because you're hitting your patella, so you can get an injury, but also it does not show good controlling your body. So you raise your body, you lower your knee. Raise your body, lower your knee. Raise your body, lower your knee. So let's start with some Shiko, please, and make sure that you raise your legs. Sometimes Shiko can also be done by not raising too much. Okay, so if you don't raise your knees too much, then you don't bang them too much. But in this case, I want to raise, so we lower, we place our knee, gently on the mat. Okay, so you have to own that control and that action of Shiko. Okay, so Shiko, please, raising, raising, raise, control, raise, control. Now, and hopefully you are practicing on a soft surface, but if it's not such a forgiving surface, it's even more important to be able to control that knee, so there is no impact on your knee. Okay, so raise. So hopefully you're having no impact on that knee. All the movement, okay, all the movement. All right, so now this time we're going to do the same thing but with long Shiko, which is long stretch motion. Okay, so let's just start stretching our legs a little bit. Okay, just opening a little bit our hip flexor, maybe it's a little bit early, a bit cold. So opening it up, hip flexor, open up, stretch your hip flexor, open up, and your hip flexor, open up, stand, side, open up. Stand, side, open up, stand, side, open up, extend, side, open up, All right, so now let's have a look. Okay, you're going long chico, bring your second leg back in, knee down. Long chico, second knee back in, knee down. So long chico, long step. Very important here, how to own our movement is not by keeping this really big gap between our legs, because then I am going to fall on my knee. Bring your back knee to the you and inside. Bring, back, bring, and in. Okay, so long chico, bring your back knee, or forward. Long chico, back knee, forward. Long chico, back knee. Okay, so practice this long chico. 1, 2, 3. So depending again how much control you may or may not need, to follow the movements. Remember, you can use your hands. Okay, so if you are a little bit efficient with this, you can extend your leg. Don't use your hands. Use your body. But if you feel a little bit weaker or cold today, okay, use your hand. Use your hand. Use your hand. Use your hand. Actually, let's use our hands actually. We also get used to that feeling. Okay, so shoot your leg and your arm. Okay, support your own leg and come in. Shoot leg and arm, forward. Shoot leg and arm, forward. So same side. Okay, so it's homological. So same side. Okay, leg and arm, leg and arm, leg and arm. Okay, so give yourself as much support as needed in this really long chico. Leg and arm, leg and arm, leg and arm. Up, 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 up. And relax. Okay, so on the movement. Okay, depending how much range of motion you have, you may need more or less support. Okay, in what you're doing. So this time, okay, this practice gorilla walks, gorilla dojo. So gorilla walks. Okay, and again, on each movement, down, almost touching the knees, hopping in, down, and up to warm up. Okay, so down, knees down, almost touching the knees, up and up and down. Okay, so gorilla walks with a little reset in the middle, so we relax a little bit in that moment, and then we warm up. Okay, so down. So use your fists, knees almost touch the ground, and knee, up, down, down, knees, almost up, down. Okay, the other side. Down, motion, only the movement. Up, and down. Nice and easy. Down. Nice out. Knees. Up. Down. So do it on your own time. Okay. And up. Down. Remember, shoot your arms as far as your arms can. From anatomy. Okay. So you lean forward. You come up forward. Up. Okay. So please. You try to own that movement for your gorilla walks. Okay, down, go, down, up, down, down. Pay attention. Which little gestures can make your motion more your own, more efficient? This is the whole thing, right? When people say, that they want to make Aikido more their own, and that's true. I mean, there are certain gestures, there are certain things that make the movements more our own movements, while still respecting the integrity of the movement for the sake of the movement, for what we're trying to do. So we don't have to change Aikido. We just have to, especially when we work on the most basic parts of our anatomy. But yeah, there will be certain gestures, certain things. So for example, in my case, when I'm down here, I come here, I really slide my arms, down on the floor as much as possible. Okay, I really let my arms slide as much as possible. I let my hands slide and find how far can I go before I'm starting to go. Okay, and down. Okay, so then down, and then that motion, and I jumping up again. Okay, so one more time, please pay attention which gestures that you make in the movement that make the movement more of your own, make you own more the movement, depending on the range of motion and the conditions that you have in your body all the time. Okay, so now, out, out, out. Four. All right, back here, back again. Ushido Kemi. Okay, so Ushido Kemi. So, one, so, two, so, tuck in your leg. Three, so, tuck in your leg. Four, tuck in your leg. So stand up, Ushido Kemi. Okay, stand up. All right, with your leg tucked. Your leg tucked. Stand up, your leg tucked. Okay. And now, this time, Shinboksu Kemi, which means your legs open, both in 45 degrees. Open. 45 degrees. Open. 45 degrees. Open. 45 degrees. Okay, so now, this time, the setting for getting up Kemi. So, one leg out, one bend. One leg out, one bend. One leg out, one bend. Okay? Because in this position, one leg out, one bend, you need to be raised up, pass up, and get up. So that's your strategic get up position. So we're going to play with three different configurations of the legs. One is the standard configuration, one leg top, one up. Second one is the shin box configuration, both in 45 degrees. And the third one is the strategic get up configuration, which is one up, one extended. Okay? Let's just practice those again. So standard configuration, top and up, shin box configuration, both 45 degrees, and tactical get up configuration, one up, one up. Okay, so those three configurations. Try to own those three movements because three of them are of value. We're practicing different things. Okay, so let's start with the standard configuration. And tuck, up, one, tuck, two, tuck, three, tuck, four, tuck, five, tuck, six, tuck, seven, tuck, eight, nine, tuck, 10. All right, so that's the standard one. So now let's go to shin box configuration. Okay, one, shin box, two, shin box, three, shin box, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10. Good. So now let's go to the strategic get-up configuration. One up, one straight. Make sure that this is posted properly, and the other one leg is straight. Okay? So one, posting and extend. Two, post, extend. Three, post, extend. Four, five, six, seven, eight, 9, 10. Okay, so now you have control of those three configurations. Now we're going to go the same thing, but all the way up, okay, to our knees. Okay, so standard configuration. I'm going to go up to my knees. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. All right. So this time we're going to go into shin box configuration, and it's going to be a shin box extension all the way up here. Okay. So shin box extension. Okay. Ready? 1, shin box and extension. 2 and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. So now we're going to go to a strategic get-up configuration. With this one, we're going to try to brace, see how this feels on your shoulders, so be careful with it. Okay. If loading in this shoulder doesn't feel good, of course, don't load. Okay. So just step in the strategic in tactical configuration where you can up, down, up, and sit. Okay. It depends how that shoulder feels. If it's not liking loading, do not load on the shoulder. Okay. So Ushiro-kemi. The active fill configuration, one leg, one up, hand on the side of the leg that is extended, raising your hips, passing your legs, passing your leg, sitting down. Okay, side, 2, hand on the side of the long leg, raise your hip, pass your leg, sit down. 3, so, 4, okay. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And sit. Okay, so those are 3 basic configurations. Okay, that our legs should be quite familiar with because they are required at different points, in different moments of our practice. So now, just to make it a little bit fun, let's see if we can make one after the other, one after the other, one after the other. So yours, Ushiro-kemi, standard configuration, Ushiro-kemi, shin box configuration, Ushiro-kemi, tactical configuration, Ushiro-kemi, shin box configuration. Standard. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So our feet are as literate in terms of what they're supposed to be doing as the rest of our body. Okay. So number 1 is standard configuration. Number 2, shin box configuration. Number 3 is tactical configuration, which is 1 leg up, 1 down. Okay. So here we go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Good. Yeah. Good. Okay. So that's very important to try to own those kind of motions, so our body is in awareness of what's happening. So this time we're going to try to do simple ukemi. Okay. And again, we're going to play with 3 different configurations for simple ukemi. Okay. So configuration number 1 is going to be for standard configuration. Now get up, always getting up on your knee. Okay, configuration number one, standard configuration. Okay, so simple ukemi is played with 3 configurations and try to own each of those movements. Okay, so 1, standard, pivots, 2, so 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. All right. So next one, okay, is going to be same out. Okay? And you're going to end up controlling your legs, opening them in this position. Okay, control with your core muscles, control your legs, all the way open, finish in this position. Okay, you're going to turn around and again. Okay, controlling your legs, control with your core muscles, all the legs open. Okay, so 1, 1, so 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, oh, buddy, and 10. All right, so that's configuration number 2. Okay, configuration number 3 is going to be like our tactical configuration that we just did before. So then Bukemi, 1 up, 1 down. Okay, 1 leg up, 1 leg straight. Okay, which is that configuration that we just had before in the Aikido. Okay, so once again, okay, the row, 1 out, 1 out, 1 out. Okay, usually same side, not usually, but always same side, same hand, same leg are extended, and your leg is here. It's funny how this configuration is really important. Sometimes there can be one very common mistake that people do. If they're not familiar with this, if you just extend one leg, your other hand is going almost kind of parallel to that leg. Okay, it's not so much open out there somewhere, and it is not under the leg. Okay, sometimes people tends to take rolls, and if they take a break hold, they kind of have the leg here, and then their leg falls on top of their own leg. So that's I don't know how dangerous that it is, but definitely uncomfortable. And if for whatever reason your hand is in a kind of fist position or something like that, and your leg falls onto it, it's just going to hurt even more. So again, I don't know how dangerous it is, but it's definitely uncomfortable. But that is just because we sometimes are not used to having our leg and our hand in a parallel position. All right, so hand, leg in parallel position. The hand doesn't go too much out there, and it doesn't go on the leg. It's parallel. Okay, so when you do your roll, okay, here, and you finish, your leg and your arm are in a parallel position. Then extend, your leg is posted, and then you continue hitting. Okay, so simple gaming into tactical position. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So, all right. So those 3 basic set of movements for sample gaming. Okay. The same way that the Shido gaming, we have 3 configurations that we have to be familiar with. Step, in this one, we have 3 configurations that is good to be familiar with. The one opening the legs, though, one when we come here and open the legs. Some people use it to do this wibbly wobbly action and then get up. Okay, like if you're doing it from standing up. Some people use it to take a any that goes more than like that. I use it not so much for that. I use it to extend the both legs and then get up by pulling both legs up. Then both legs getting up. So that's eventually, if you can, eventually a quicker way of getting up. When both legs suck in, and then you get up because both legs suck in. Okay, so I don't use the opening of the legs to wobble sideways. Sensei doesn't like that actual wobble because he claims, which is true, that it obstructs the direction of the energy that you are going in. But I use the opening of the legs many times to suck both legs in order to get up. Okay, so still a useful thing to have in your literacy of motion, the fact that you can finish with your legs tucked, with your legs open, one up on one. All right, so let's stand up, please. Let's finish up with Funakomi. Okay, Funakomi, left foot in front, hands out. So. Yeah, oh, yeah, oh, yeah, oh, yeah. Cool. Hey, right, foot forward. Ish. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Cool. Hey, same. So today we did a lot of work with lower body, lower body owning the movement in the lower body, simply because it's a part of our body that we are way less familiar with. Obviously, because the hands, the shoulders, the upper body is all the time in constant conscious activity. It's easier to know a little bit more where the hands go because we are constantly having it. But the lower body, which is the essential part of our body to really own our Taizabaki, our footwork, things like that, we are not so familiar. So any activity that brings awareness to let's own the movements in the lower body is going to be probably a positive thing for us to consolidate the movement in general of the body. So that's why anything that you do to train that lower body to be conscious and to be actively doing what you want them to do, as opposed to your feet running too quickly or moving in the wrong direction or things like that, the better is it. Okay. Hey, hey, arigato gozaimasu.